Well, it's October already, so that means that a lot of places go to winter hours, and I always forget that. So they close a half an hour early. Ordinarily it doesn't matter, but today it was bad because I miscalculated and missed a bunch of people here in Gunnison. Hey guys, this is Jace and welcome to episode 79 of My Roadshow. Now, we didn't leave with very much stuff, but we left extremely late. A lot of that had to do with waiting on an order that went to Telluride, but some of it was my fault because it was just, there was stuff stacked everywhere and I had to dig it all out. It was just shovel day, shovel, dig, 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 dig. And I may have overstepped the time that I needed to get out of the yard and get down the road. One of the problems is my truck, Ariella, needs a service. She also needs a federal inspection. Now the service comes from last week on Friday when we were coming up the mountain from Grand Junction, and like some of the warning lights started coming on, so I pulled over and our mobile mechanic called a dude that came up and was looking at the codes with his computer. Now it's the same kid that rescued me that one time in episode, oh crap, well, don't get me to lying. It's the episode where I was in Steamboat, had to stay the night in Steamboat and get towed home. That same kid was the one who came up and read the codes and said, hey, it's this goofy little thing. Unfortunately, after he reset the code, I was coming down and I was headed for Denver, and all the lights started coming back on and she was derated. Now, if your vehicle is derated, that means that it doesn't go as fast as it's supposed to go. Like you hit the accelerator and it kind of, I don't want to do it. It's stupid. And I hate when that happens, but with this particular truck, as much as I love her, it happens a lot. Like a lot. So we finally get rolling. And we're rolling fairly decently. There's a lot of traffic up there today. There was a lot of traffic up there last week, but I didn't make a video last week. So in all honesty, the traffic this week was worse than the traffic last week. So there's that. I poked my head up over Kenosha Pass and it slows down to a crawl. And I'm like, what in the hell's going on here? The thing is that because the leaves are changing and everybody wants to walk up and down the Colorado Trail, like you have vehicles just clamoring for parking spots where there are cars parked like a quarter of a mile on the trail. And you're like, probably not where you're supposed to park. But this is what I dealt with right off the bat, coming down off of Kenosha Pass. And I just wanted to get places, and some of the people wanted to get places, but most of them wanted to stop and look at the leaves. And I'm like, oh, I get it. This is what everyone from Maine feels like when everyone from across the country comes up to look at the leaves. I get it now. I totally get it. So one of the big pieces of news that I have for you for this video is the fact that it snowed over the weekend in elevations about 10,000 feet and above. Now, I don't have any good video or any good pictures of it because it was kind of a Saturday, Sunday event, but holy crap. I have a couple of pictures. They might come out, they might not, because I was going like 75 miles an hour when I shot them. There's snow on the ground in Colorado. It's fantastic. My family, along with myself, have been jonesing for snow to start hitting the mountains so that way we can get all of our collective ski crap together and just start hitting the freaking mountain every weekend, man. That was last season, and the season before that was just so enjoyable. This season we're gonna hit it hard because My wife has had knee surgeries to repair a lot of damage to her knees, and now she will be able to hit it just as hard as me and Ian does. It's going to be freaking awesome. One of the things that has put me behind so bad today is that the first week of October, a lot of people generally go to winter hour, where ordinarily they would close at 5, they now close at 4:30. Or some people even close at 4. Some people, if they close at 4 during the summer, will even close at 3:30 during the winter. It's maddening, and I forget every flipping year that people do this. So I was running behind, like I normally am on Mondays, and I get to Gunnison, and I'm like, okay, I have enough time to get one of these 3 deliveries done. One. So which one do I do? So I went up to Crested Butte and I delivered that stuff, and then I came back down here with 0 minutes to spare. Everyone had closed, and so I had to get a motel room and hole up and do. You can obviously see that I'm in a place that I'm not normally filming from, so it's very pretty though. I'll give it that. But winter hours, normally they don't do the winter hours until the government gives us our hour back in November. But here in Colorado, first week in October they start doing this crap, and it's hit and miss. Like, you don't know who's gonna do it and who's gonna not do it. Just so happens that everyone in Crested Butte and Gunnison did it, so I got boned. Now, once I did get to Crested Butte and got offloaded, the kid who was in the yard decided that he needed to count every board that I delivered to them. Oh my God, it was ridiculous last week because I had units and units and units and hand wraps and all this other stuff. I forgot 2 small hand wrap packages, and now they gotta count everything. I'm like, I've been doing this a long time, guys. I'm good for it. That's not good enough, so now they have to count every board. And that put me behind, in addition to the fact that I was already behind. It's like, why don't you just shoot me in the foot? Come on, man. So now that this has happened, it is mathematically possible to turn this whole route in 2 days. However, it is very unlikely that I will be able to turn this route in 2 days, because I have to get up in the morning here. I have 2 stops here in Gunnison. I have to go all the way to Montrose with that half-an-hour delay where they're doing the construction. I got 1 drop in Montrose, and then I have 1 in Telluride, and then I have 1 in Durango, and then I have 1 in Pagosa Springs, 1 in South Fork, and that's gonna be my last drop-off. But I have this huge pickup in Del Norte. So thankfully I don't have Alamosa, because I wouldn't make it to Alamosa. But I may be able to make it home without too much problems tomorrow. It just depends on how the hours work. If I do run out of hours, it will be in some place like Walsenburg or possibly Pueblo. So I will try to get as far as I can tomorrow, because Wednesday proves to be a very long route, because it's got several stops in Denver, several stops in the Springs, 3 or 4 in Pueblo, 1 in Woodland Park. I mean, just like the whole route. And we only have the 1 truck to do it all in. So it's not like I can just say, well, I'm just gonna hang out here and let the other driver go down to Colorado Springs. I'm the only one with a working truck for the next 3 days. So it sucks. It sucks so hard, man. So with all this complaining, all of this downside, there is an upside. And that upside is what dinner is tonight. I'm currently in Gunnison. I'm eating from a place called Powerstop. You may or may not have heard me mention this place before, but I'm fixing to show you what I've got on my plate of things to do. This, my friends, is a double barbecue bacon burger from Powerstop. This thing will knock your dick in the dirt. They make a mean mushroom Swiss burger. They make a mean chili burger. They make a mean sandwich. I mean, these guys are rock solid as far as the food is concerned. I hate staying here in Gunnison for obvious time reasons, but there's always that light at the end of the tunnel where I know my dinner's coming from Powerstop. So anyway, we picked up a couple of subscribers and we've grown the view count. So keep that going by liking and subscribing. Anyway, that's all I've got for you tonight. See you in the next video.